Alright then, lads, how you doing?
Hi. Wait a second.
Doing good.
Oh, now it's
What's up,
Final
mate?
render?
Hello there.
Oh, that's great.
Where are we going?
Oh
What?
my god, I never thought I would play with you.
Oh.
Are you a streamer or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
nice to see you, mate.
Oh,
Damn.
that's so cute.
How's it going, gang? It's a final render here, and just 2 days ago, Bethesda released the Nuclear Winter Battle Royale game mode in its beta form to Fallout 76 during its free-to-play week, and everyone who's been playing this Battle Royale has been amazed at how fun it is. It's generally been really enjoyable to play. There are still, of course, a few people on the internet who are saying, Battle Royale? Oh, I couldn't possibly enjoy a Battle Royale. How lame and overdone is a Battle Royale? But everyone who's actually played the damn thing has said, it's been really good fun, and everybody's been really enjoying it. So with that being said, I'm now going to be doing a top tips video on how to win at Nuclear Winter. I have got 12 wins myself, I have got 12 winner Radstag dinners, and hopefully I can share some of my big fat tips with you guys to teach you guys how to get some of your own winner Radstag dinners yourself. But if you think you'll enjoy this video, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we can get some brand new sub goals very soon. So let's go with fat tip number 1. Number 1, the storm. Whilst it is true that most Battle Royale games do have a storm, I'm willing to say that because Fallout is typically a single player game, and we're currently in its first week, I'm going to kind of explain the best way to handle the storm to some of you guys. The best way to kind of approach the storm in gameplay is to always be as close to the storm as possible. Realistically speaking, you want your back to be against the storm at every moment of the Battle Royale. You'll have to move off occasionally, of course, but for the most part you want it right behind you, because then you know for definite that there is no one behind you, and then you only need to check your left, right and in front, rather than check a 360-degree angle around yourself. Just basically managing your positioning on where you are with the storm will mean you are far less likely to get shot in the back, and you are also more likely to be behind people who are running further into the storm, so therefore you're more likely to get ambush kills as well. Keep your back to the storm, be very close to it, and kind of ride the storm all the way into the center of the circle for the final showdown. Tip number 2. Take the long route. Something in this particular map of Nuclear Winter catches a lot of players off guard, and that is that there are huge cliff faces in this map, typically quite near the center, and it is very tempting to just go into the circle just to get safe. However, you need to look at the map and see, are there giant cliffs on the route I am going? It is very easy to get into the safe zone, but be stuck at the bottom of a cliff. Look at the map, find out exactly how you can get to the top of the cliffs without actually having to get into the storm ahead of time. Here is a clip from our live stream of us actually winning and getting the Overseer rank, simply because we were on top of the cliff, we thought about it, we went the long route, and we were able to just rain grenades down on the last team who were stuck at the bottom of a cliff. Don't be that guy, be a winner, take the long route and get on top of the cliff so you don't get caught with your pants down. Tip number 3. Nuclear weapons and power armor. Now, obviously, one of the coolest things about this new game mode is you can actually collect 4 nuclear codes and a nuclear briefcase in order to drop a tactical nuke into the Battle Royale zone. It's one of the coolest things that has been added to this game mode, but it is a very risky decision. If you are able to drop a nuke, it is very tempting to just simply drop it on an area of the safe zone and hopefully get loads of kills. But there's something you need to take into account. The safe zone might appear in that nuke zone. If you don't have power armor or a hazmat suit, you may make it so that you literally cannot get into the safe zone, whereas some opponents who have power armor and a hazmat suit can get in there. Another thing I would say is don't use the nukes defensively, use them offensively. Here we have a clip of us ambushing a squad who had everything they needed to launch a nuke. So they immediately dropped the nuke on themselves, hoping that they would just be able to sprint away and the nuke would get us. But Sexy Man Final Render was actually able to down 2 of them, including the person who dropped the nuke. So therefore, all of us in our team died in the nuke. However, the guy who dropped the nuke died and he got all of his friends killed because they got downed just as the nuke was landing. Use the nukes offensively, not defensively. You're just gonna kill yourself. Another thing you need to take into account, of course, is the power armor and the hazmat suits themselves. Power armor are obviously very good for defense and you can survive a nuclear zone whilst wearing one. However, they are extremely loud. I personally do not really want to have power armor when it gets to the final areas of the match because they make so much noise and they reveal your position. Another thing is of course the hazmat suits, and the hazmat suits do protect you from all the radiation of a nuclear zone, but unfortunately they have 0 armor resistance. So therefore, if you are wearing a hazmat suit, you will be quiet, but you will be a very soft target. So you got to kind of weigh the pros and cons, thinking, do I want to wear a hazmat suit, or do I want to wear a power armor when I go into this nuke zone? It's a tough decision, but hopefully you will at least have one of these options available to you in the Battle Royale mode. Tip number 4, perk cards. When you are in the lobby of Vault 51 getting ready for the match, you can assign 7 perk cards to your player, which you will earn by gaining Overseer rank, just simply by playing the game. Whilst it is true you do need a special point requirement in order to equip some of these cards, you don't actually bring your special point statistics with you. So in other words, if you have 15 strength, you don't get the benefits of having 15 strength in the Battle Royale mode. It's only a qualifier to what perk cards you can use. So if you want to use a certain perk card, go ahead and play the adventure mode a bit, level up, and then you can equip that perk card for the Battle Royale. But one thing which a lot of people don't realize at first is you can equip 7 cards in total. But they don't have to be unique to each special category. For example, you could equip 7 strength perk cards if you wanted to. As long as you have the special points requirements to do so, you can do that. You don't have to have 1 strength, 1 perception, 1 agility, etc. You can mix and match as much as you want. You just can't have more than 7 cards. Personally, what I would say is take ones which actually have kind of more passive abilities rather than ones which are unique to special occasions, such as Life Giver gives you 45 extra hit points. Very nice thing. You always have those 45 hit points. Very, very nice thing. As opposed to something like Quick Hands, to where your gun will automatically reload if you run out of ammo inside your clip. Sure, it's a nice thing, but it's not going to save you that often. So therefore, go with ones which are always going to help you, not ones which are going to help you sometimes. Tip number 5, cover and visibility. When you are playing the Nuclear Winter mode in Fallout 76, you will notice that hiding in bushes is an amazing tactic to not get seen when you are out in the open. These bushes make for amazing cover, and as long as you don't move, people will not see you when you are in there. Any PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds fans out there, you'll definitely recognize this tactic. Sitting in that bush will mean that you can get a good view around if you are in third person mode. Here is an amazing clip of me hiding in a bush in first person. I can't see anything, but then I swap to third person and there is an enemy player right on the other side of this bush I am hiding in, and I'm then able to jump out and get the kill. It's very hard to see people inside bushes, so therefore if you have to kind of stop and wait in the open, maybe you're waiting for the storm to pass for example, please consider getting inside a bush, so therefore people will not see you. That goes the same for all of your teammates as well. Make sure everybody is hidden. Don't have somebody standing next to you whilst you're hiding in a bush. That's obviously a bit foolish. And another tip I would say is that when you are in cover, whether if it's behind a tree or behind a wall or in a bush, make sure you swap to third person mode. If you are in third person mode, you will be able to see on the other side of your cover. However, the person who is coming towards you will not know you are there. So therefore, be the smart player, change your view perspective when you are behind cover so you can see your opponents, but your opponents can't see you. It's a fight to the death. Give yourself every advantage you possibly can. Tip number 6, building. Now I know what you're gonna say. Final render? What is this? Fortnite? How lame? Look, grow up for a second and just enjoy the game, okay? The building in this actually does give you a very cool advantage. You are able to very quickly and easily build defenses in order to protect yourself when you're waiting for the storm to pass. This is obviously very different to Fortnite's building, which is very quick and reaction based. When you're playing Fortnite, for example, you shoot someone, then they just immediately start spinning around and all of a sudden they're in a 60-foot tower. That's lame, that's boring, that's not fun. Whereas in this, you're able to make actual defenses which you can use to defend yourself when waiting for the storm to pass, or give yourself a height advantage, but it'll only be a small one of course. And not only that, but make sure you go ahead and place down any turrets that you find in the map. When it comes to adding turrets to your camp, you actually have to find them in loot crates. You can't just go and place them down whenever you want. Another thing which is very cool about the building is, remember we mentioned earlier about getting stuck on the bottom of cliffs, make sure you remember to use the building mechanics to get yourself out of a horrible situation. Here's a great clip to where there is one enemy left, and I suspect he was on top of this bridge. I was able to quickly build some stairs and go clear the area. Turns out he wasn't up there, but I didn't know where he was. I was able to get out of that horrible situation and escape that horrible area just by building some stairs. Very simple, works very well, and will definitely save your skin in a tight scenario. Just remember to actually try it, rather than panicking too much. And our 7th and final tip is kind of universal to all Battle Royale games, but it's easily the most important tip I can give to anyone. Communicate with your team. This is a team effort right now. We only have the squads mode available in the current form of the beta. Playing in a team is definitely going to give you a huge advantage. Use your microphone or even just use your emotes, work with people in order to win. Make sure you all know where each other are. Make sure if you see an enemy, you tell your friends. Make sure if someone is low on ammo and you find that ammo, you give it to them. It is a team effort and you all need to work together in order to ensure you get a victory. Not only that, but a little bit of fun banter as you're walking around through the wasteland will help alleviate some of the tension and you won't panic so much when you suddenly get shot at. And one thing which is very crucial to this as well is that communicating in your team isn't just about asking if everyone is okay and saying where bad guys are. It's also about making sure you know where everyone in your team is and you make sure everybody's on the same page. Great tip I would say for this is make sure you are never too close to your friends. You want to be close to each other to where you can help each other in a gunfight, but you don't want to be standing right next to your friends. If you stand right next to your friends, you're just doubling the chance of you both getting shot when one person fires a volley of machine gun fire. You're just more likely to get hit yourself and your teammate. So just make sure you all work as a team, you know where everyone is, and you have fun with it with other players. So there we go, people. There were some great tips about how to win the Nuclear Winter game mode inside Fallout 76. I'm going to do a full review on the Nuclear Winter mode once the actual beta period is over. But what I will say so far, just to summarize it up, or what I like about it, is that it's all the fun of PvP, but without all the horrible garbage legendary effects and mutations and legendary armors that many people didn't like about survival mode inside Fallout 76. People thought everyone was OP. But in this game mode, everyone has the same life, they have the same guns, it's all about the shooting. There's also no VATS auto-aim mechanics in here, and there is nothing besides just shooting and teamwork, and people really, really adore it. And there are also some great things about it as well, such as it's got all the classic monsters from Fallout 76, so it's not just players you've got to worry about, you've also got to worry about them, and it's generally one of the most fun Battle Royale games I have played in a very long time. So thank you very much for watching this video, people. Remember to check out all the cool Patreon people in the description below who help support the channel with their financial donations. You, of course, can also do the same. And I'll see you around. This has been the final render, and you've been the audience. Until next time, farewell.
You really do sound like Soviet Womble, by the way.
You know what? I've heard that a lot. I heard like Soviet Womble a lot. I've watched his videos. I don't see the resemblance. Oh, no more.
Final render with the YouTube channel.
The final render YouTube channel? I don't know what you mean. Nice to meet you, buddy.